Mr. Thompson?
You're now the attorney-in-fact for the state name.
No, sir, Mr. Thompson. You know I don't put up with any of that. You understand?
Right.
Listen to me.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
You understand I'm not going to put up with that.
Yes, sir.
Not anything like that. You understand? Do you understand me?
Yes.
There's not going to be any private citizen, sovereign citizen, any of that. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You're before the court today for your affidavit of violation of probation. You filed a bunch of stuff that doesn't make any sense. I've denied most of it. I'm going to probably deny the rest of it.
Really?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Absolutely. My license suspended and revoked. You don't want to have an attorney appointed to represent you?
No, sir.
Are you sure?
But that's the thing is, I've never even been pulled over. I don't know how I got a license or a warrant or anything. I haven't been pulled over in more than a year. Any emergency contact. I went to go pick up a records request and they gave me a warrant instead of the records.
Do y'all know anything about this?
As to the new law.
Do you have a driver's license?
No, sir.
Don't answer that. I shouldn't ask that question.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Strike that from the record. I won't do that if you won't do any other mess. I won't ask you that question.
But you transfer that to.
Just filed. I just filed in the court file.
I tried to and they wouldn't accept it.
All right. Was he arrested? Is there a new arrest for driving license suspended or revoked? State?
Yes, there was a bench warrant issued on 1/23/24 that executed 1/29/24.
But I was just doing a records request and had an agreed upon date to pick it up, went up there to pick it up and gave me a warrant. So the record that I requested.
I tell you what, I'm gonna let y'all
Return
do
that?
Listen, I'm gonna leave him on probation. I'm gonna set this for preliminary on April. What's that April date?
April 17th.
April 17th. I'm gonna let him take care of that in county court and see what happens. Okay.
Thank you.
And I think that's the only violation he had.
Yes, sir.
Keep doing what you're doing
All right, buckle up because this one's a ride straight into courtroom chaos, Florida style. Meet Mr. Thompson, a self-proclaimed sovereign citizen who believes that laws are optional, licenses are suggestions, and judges are just bureaucrats in fancy robes. But hey, race the kicker. He's facing a asterisk violation of probation, and instead of bringing an attorney, Hat unfolds as part courtroom drama, part comedy sketch. A masterclass in how not to defend yourself in front of a judge. But here's the twist. Beneath all the absurdity, there's something oddly fascinating about people like Thompson, how they twist legal jargon into self-sabotage. So stay tuned, because as this hearing unfolds, we'll see arrogance collide headfirst with authority. And spoiler alert, authority wins.
charge. This is at a preliminary hearing. Do you wish to have an attorney appointed to represent you?
No, sir.
All right. You wish to represent yourself?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'll present myself to the court.
Sir?
Said I'll present myself to the court.
If you'll swear Mr. Thompson in, sure, state your name.
I'm the attorney, in fact, for Justin Reed Thomason, fictitious name.
No, sir, you're not. State your name.
Justin Reed.
And,
That's my given name.
sir?
Justin Reed.
Okay. And Mr. Reed, you've made an, Justin Reed?
Reed's his middle name, Your Honor.
I understand that. What's your last name?
That's not my property, sir.
Nope, well, I'm not gonna take that. Tell me your real name.
Justin Reed.
What's your name on your birth certificate?
That's not my property either, sir. That's the state of
All
Florida.
right. Mr. Thompson, I'm gonna find you're not.
And right there, you can already tell. This isn't Thompson's first time in front of a judge. The tone, the smirk, the casual yes, sir. It's the trademark attitude of a man who's learned absolutely nothing from his past mistakes. You can almost feel the tension brewing. The judge is patient, but that patience is thinned at Otis how Thompson's entire defense so far isn't about facts. It's about feelings. I never got pulled over. I don't know how I got a warrant. Classic deflection. Sovereign citizens love to focus on asterisk technicalities while ignoring the bigger issue. The law applies whether you agree with it or not. What do you guys think? Is he genuinely confused or just playing legal charades to stall the...
I graduated.
Okay. And were you in the military?
Say again. I can't.
Were you in the I'm sorry. Were you in the military?
Yes, sir. I was in the Army.
So you know how to read and write.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And I remember correctly. Are you on disability now?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Been through a heart attack and a stroke
Yes, sir.
since.
Also, you've had some other physical injuries too. Is that correct?
Say again?
You had some physical injuries also. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. I've got 6 screws in my neck and a stent in my heart.
And before the court, I believe, the court is aware of this. I believe he's had Mr. Thompson on the violation of probation before. Is your father here? Is any family here? Okay, I thought so. Okay. All right, sir. Have you ever represented yourself before?
And this court, just for the last hearing, the reason I'm on probation, that's the only 2 times I've ever tried to defend myself from here.
And you understand that attorneys are trained in the rules of evidence and criminal procedure?
I cannot hear you, sir. I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm sorry.
And here it is, the moment of mercy. The judge could have easily revoked probation right there. But instead, he gives Thompson another shot. April 17th, a chance to make things right, clean slate, simple instructions. And for a brief second, you might think, hey, maybe this guy learned his lesson, but remember, this is Florida man versus reality. History tells us that hope and logic don't usually make the guest list still, credit where it's due. This judge is calm, composed, and surprisingly lenient. It's like watching a teacher giving extra credit to a student who turned in a blank.
Criminal procedure and law, and they're there to assist you in preparing for this preliminary hearing and preparing for an evidentiary hearing. You understand that?
Yeah, well, from my past experience, they didn't seem to want to do any of those things for me.
But, well, I'm just asking, do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And that you'll be held to that same standard.
Yes, sir.
And that if I do allow you to represent yourself, the first time I hear anything that sounds like what you started talking about today, you will not be able to represent yourself. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And that'll be immediate.
Yes, sir.
And I'll never allow you to represent yourself again in this proceeding. If I hear that, do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. Do you still wish to represent yourself?
Yes, sir. I believe in self-defense. Yes, sir.
Sir?
I believe in self-defense. Yes, sir. I went to war for this country. I would always like to represent and defend myself.
Okay. All right. Was there an amended violation of probation filed yet?
It looks like there was on March 1st, Your Honor.
Okay, very good. All right, well, sir, I'm going to allow you to represent yourself at any point in time that you wish to have an attorney appointed to represent you. I'll appoint one. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. You're here today on a violation of probation hearing. How do you wish to plead?
Not guilty.
All right. And let's see.
I would like to move on to evidentiary hearing if we could, sir.
Well, you have to give the state notice. They'll have to have a chance to subpoena witnesses. This is not your evidentiary hearing today.
No, I just want to move for one.
You want to move for one?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Who's the attorney?
It's fine, Your Honor.
Ms. McAfee, I'm going to set this for an evidentiary hearing. I don't want to set it on the 22nd because that's graduation. Yeah, let's go ahead and set it May 22nd at 1:30. We'll do that at a preliminary at 9 o'clock. And Mr. Thompson, remember, at any point in time, you want to ask for an attorney, I'll appoint one. You understand?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
Can I be released until we get to that evidentiary hearing so that I can?
Mr. Thompson has asked to, has made an oral tennis motion for release. Ms. McAfee, what's the state's position?
I believe the new law is a misdemeanor driving on a suspended license. Based on that, I have no objection.
Pardon?
I have no.
Here it comes, the sovereign citizen's greatest hit. Asterisk. I'm the attorney, in fact, for the fictitious name Justin Reed Thompson. If you've ever wondered what happens when internet pseudo-law meets the real legal system, this is it. The judge is trying to have a rational exchange, but Thompson's spiraling into alternate reality legal talk. The "my name is my property" argument, straight from the YouTube school of pseudo-law, taught by Professor Misunderstanding. You can practically hear the judge thinking, not this again, and this is where the disconnect becomes crystal clear. The courtroom speaks law, but Thompson speaks fiction. When those collide, only one language counts.
All prior conditions of the original plea agreement still reinstated. And the only other agreement would be, it's based upon a driving license suspended and an obstruction charge which is pending in misdemeanor court. He's the one who admit to it, so we're going to stipulate to the facts that the state, what they call the witnesses, they can prove in VOP court the violation. Okay? Am I right? This is what you agreed to, right? 24 months.
I can just make a find, there's a basis that he's
Yeah.
had contact with law enforcement.
Okay. 24 months from the original plea date, and just all the prior conditions are reinstated, and that's it. Okay?
Mhm.
Okay. I sign right there. Sign that.
Every time.
Solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
All right, Mr. Thompson, state your name.
I'd like to grant my name to this court, sir.
What, sir?
I'd like to grant the name to this court. That's what you recommended before is what it's off of. I'd like to have my disclaimer here. Can we give this to the clerk?
I think I'm gonna just revoke his release and put him in custody.
Say
And
again?
it's what I'm planning on, is what I'd like to do.
Your name right now, your legal name is Justin Reed Thomason. Is that right?
That's their legal name. That's who owns it.
All right, look, you signed this thing.
I signed it.
Okay, you signed it, and you agreed to what the disposition is, correct? You agree to abide by probation, is that correct?
I guess I don't have much of a choice.
Yes, you
I'm
do.
Under duress. This whole thing is under duress. But I'll do it because I don't have a choice.
Can I have a few minutes with him?
I'm thinking about revoking his release and just taking him into custody and sitting and continuing his
Say again?
adventure here, putting you back in jail
Really? Why?
because you're
You got to give it to Judge Brantley. This man's patience is Olympic level. He's seen Thompson's nonsense before, but instead of slamming the gavel and calling it a day, he gives him another chance. That's rare. Most judges don't have the time or energy to play legal daycare, but UT here's where it gets fascinating. The judge's restraint actually exposes the heart of this story. Sovereign citizens claim they're victims of the system, but when the system gives them compassion, they still reject it. Indeed, that's not rebellion. That's self-destruction disguised as independence. You can't outsmart a judge by pretending words.
I'd like for you to at least answer the questions. Tell me your name. Don't do all this nonsense of what you're doing, okay?
Justin Reed Thomason.
Your dad's been here at every
I
court
know.
date. And your sister,
I don't
I
like
know,
it
has
any
been
more
here
than he
before. And they're trying their best. And I know you've got some issues, but they're trying their best to take care of you. And you're trying your best to go to prison.
No, I'm not. I'm trying.
Yes, sir, you are.
Trying my best to be free.
No, sir, you're not. What you're trying your best to do is go to prison. And that's exactly what's going to happen if you don't pay attention to what you're doing. And I understand you've got some issues, but I do also understand that you're competent to proceed. And I am willing to put you back on probation right now. And the only thing it will cost you is an extra $250 over the probationary period and extend it to 24 months. And then you can fight your county court case if that's what you want to do.
Yes, sir.
If that's what you want to do?
Yes, sir.
Your name's Justin Reed Thomason, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, that's what you were named at birth, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you understand that you're waiving your right to an evidentiary hearing, is that correct?
Did I?
Or are you? I've got you set for a hearing this afternoon.
We're pleading to this instead of having a hearing.
Okay. Okay.
You're waiving that right, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you're waiving your right to require the state prove the allegations against you.
That's a big one, but
Yep.
And here's something most people overlook. These cases often reveal real human pain underneath the absurdity. The man's had a stroke, a heart attack, screws in his neck. You can't ignore that kind of history. It makes you wonder how much of this behavior is defiance And how much is frustration or confusion's easy to laugh, but it's also tragic. Sovereign citizen movements often prey on vulnerable people, veterans, the disabled,